to professionals and head to confessional. And once I'm in the booth, I feel real congressional. Welcome to the episode. Please like and subscribe. Don't drink and drive when you can smoke and fly. Soaring so high into the night sky, reaching for the stars, but they landed on a moon pie.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So welcome to Awkward Intelligence. I'm Intox along with
BDot, baby.
Here we are. Was it episode 21?
21.
21.
21.
Drinking age.
Yeah. Full adult.
Finally made it.
An adult.
To drinking age.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember a couple of years ago, smoking was like 18, and then it turned to 21 all of a sudden. My son was like right in the middle of that. He was 20 when it flipped. So he had been able to buy cigarettes for like 2 years, and then all of a sudden it flipped, and then he was asking his friends to buy it again. I was like, that's gotta suck.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Gotta be a bad position to be in, right? Caught in the middle of some shit.
Right in the middle.
That's the same thing, probably like, I think it was like 82 or 84, something like that, or 78, somewhere around there. That's when they moved the drinking age from 18 to 21. I think my mom said she missed it. She had turned 21 by the time they flipped it. So I was like, wow.
Damn.
That would have been another crazy one to be caught in. It's like, you go buy beer, and then all of a sudden you're like, what?
Yeah, wait a few more months. A few more months.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's some weird shit like that. Like when I was in the military, I was in Japan for 2 years. And in Japan, the drinking age was 20. So the military goes by whatever country you're in. So if the drinking age is 20, then you only have to be 20 to drink on base even. Like it matches the country it's in, you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
I'm sure to like, there's some form. It's like they go to a country and the drinking age is like 15. They're probably like, okay, you might, you know what I mean? But like.
Shit,
So
I went to, what is that? DR. And it was 18 to drink.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's probably some places that are still like that, which is cool. Like, I mean, at this point, you know what I mean? We're adults, so it don't matter where we go. But but that's why I say it brings it up. It's funny to like put it together like that, where there's not a lot of people out there who might know that information right offhand of the way shit has changed like that, where you could get caught in the middle of some shit and you're like, I could do this last year, and then all of a sudden I can't now? Like, just because you changed the age?
Right.
Like that's some weird shit, right? That's what I was just throwing it out.
It goes back to control, though.
Right. Exactly.
It goes back to control.
Could that be another form of control of whatever? Right. Exactly. It's like they try to say they're changing it. I guess the smoking age or whatever is to keep it so the kids were getting younger and younger with smoking, or whatever.
I mean, yeah, I can see that.
So they were trying to bring it back up to try and see if they could, conquer some of that where, 10-year-olds don't want to smoke no more. If it's up to 21, you got to wait longer. Maybe they'll be closer to 15 or something. I don't know. I don't know what the statistics are. But it's interesting, you know what I mean? Because you got stuff like that in the world, and then you've got all these different countries doing it different, but no one's saying what's the right way?
Right.
Do you just let people do what they do and then they figure shit out on their own? And you just kind of make age limits based on certain scenarios, or, it's like you got countries now, even states, I think Oregon, where like all drugs are like out there now. They've pretty much just decriminalized everything. And they're just like
go ahead, whatever.
It's up to you. You're an adult, figure it out, and we have rules that obviously no kids, are going to be involved. But if you're an adult, we're not chasing you down. You're doing drugs on your own,
Right.
That's you.
That's you, right. Exactly. That's on you.
As long as
that's
you're
your
not
body.
hurting anybody or stealing anything or whatever, they ain't got no reason to fuck with you for the most part. So there's some states that have already started shit like that nowadays, right? So you're just like, but yeah, you're like, where does it start? Where does it stop? What's the measurement we need to worry about here? We don't know yet. We don't know the long-term effects of all that yet.
Right.
So yeah, interesting. That's just more shit to compound on everything else that's already going on.
Shit. Bomb droppers. Shit. I feel like we should have more structure, man.
Yeah, I think we
should have some more structure. Yeah.
Because
a lot of countries, they have structures and, like rules and that they follow. But in America, it's a free ball game.
We've I guess they want to say like we've demoralized pretty much. We are now the Vegas of the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're the Vegas of the world.
Bomb droppers. Facts, man. That's crazy.
And it's fun. It's definitely fun. It's cool to do the things, whatever you want, however you want. For the most part, nobody really fucks with you. A lot of things you can just do in America. When it comes to guns, finance, lifestyle, culture, I mean, you can just do everything, right? Most of the other countries in the world looks at us and they're like, oh, what are you guys up to? What are the Americans doing?
Right.
And then they follow a lot of the stuff we do. That's why it's weird. It's like we're leading the world in fashion and culture and things, but then we're losing in education and finance and economy and stuff like that. So it's just a weird place to be, but it's definitely fun.
Yeah.
Definitely having a good time.
Yeah.
Living in this so-called free world, right?
Right.
But I think,
which we know, damn sure ain't free.
Right. The more and more we've had these conversations, we've realized how much stuff is really involved and how, everything's intertwined, and we are in a slave economic system. We're a slave to the economy. We have to keep up with that, So that's where all this comes from. The awkward intelligence, It all comes out here based on the information we've been giving, like with bank collapsing, right? So there's been a few more bank collapses this week, I think it was called First Republic or something like that. Was another one because they've already had Signature, SVB. Those are some large banks that have already went down.
Yeah,
and
big company.
First Republic just went down, and they're like, there's 2 or 3 of them right on the edge of that one. What's going to happen there? What? It's like every time one of those crumbles, it crumbles 2 or 3 other ones. Kind of a deal.
Yeah, like a domino effect. Right?
Yeah, and
it's like, because one I'm holding, one I'm holding up.
Yeah, what we started to realize, I think, with what the way this is happening and the why it's happening is what we started to realize is that these banks are connected to each other.
Exactly.
It's you've got, like I said, like a First Republic bank. It's got holdings in like 20 other banks, and they're all paying and circling with each other. And so when one goes down, the other one's got to pay to hold the rest of it up. Yeah. And then if they can't, then they go down with it, kind of a thing.
Bomb droppers.
So yeah, it's interesting because we need this to happen. We talked about this with the quantum financial system. We need the collapse to happen. The thing is what we talked about before is it's slow disclosure. Remember I said we're part of disclosure. We're part of telling the world what's going on out here. We're the new news anchors. We're the new, we're the new scholars. We're the new all that shit. That's what we're going to become because the old is going to fall. So the news is going to go out. The banks are going to go out. New financial systems are going to come in. New news systems are going to come in. Like stuff that's already being built now even. Like I said, like this, we're already building our network, trying to, grow that scenario. So that's the part of all this is we need it to happen. We need the collapses and the falls to happen, but what we're starting to realize is that it's slow. It's happening slow on purpose because then the whole the collapse doesn't create a full chaos. Because if it all just collapsed tomorrow,
man, everybody go shitless. Then
right,
man, people know what the hell to do.
So I think it was built this way. It was built this way to be slow. Every couple of weeks, some shit goes down, breaks something else breaks. But then something else is kind of probably lifting it up on the side that we're not noticing on the surface. So then we're just getting closer and closer to where when they flip that switch, they're just gonna go, oh, it's done already, and then we're just gonna go, what? It's done already, So that's the way I'm looking at it. That's the timeline and scenarios that I'm in. I don't try to play into those doomsday scenarios as much as I used to. It's all there. If you really want to dive into it, every scenario that's happening right now, you could think of it as the end of the world. Oh, banks are collapsing. Oh no. Yeah. Train derailments. Oh no. Right. So you can take it that way, or you can take it as those systems have to leave. New systems are being brought in, and it's all being done systematically enough for us to not really notice it.
Bomb droppers.
And I think that's what'll, it's like we're here to tell the news and tell you what's happening behind the scenes kind of a thing, because most people aren't paying attention to that, and people more and more every day, people are waking up. People are waking up to it. There's people that there's people that have talked to me and said, last year I was looking at the news and I thought this and this and this, but this year they're saying this. So now they're starting to see, so it's not making as much sense as it did before.
Right.
You're starting to see the holes in the ideas and,
Starting to open them eyes out.
Right.
That's what happened.
And it takes, and that's what it is. Like we've talked about, we can say what we need to say. Hopefully we can connect dots for certain people that are watching out there, the community. What's up, folks? But if we, hopefully we can do that and open up eyes, but we can't change anybody's mind if they don't want to. Right. It's up to them. They're on their own journey. They're on their own ideas. They're going to figure it out. But if we point at some stuff that they happen to just be conflicted about, they might look at that and then go, oh, wait a minute, what's that? And then they'll go, hey, you guys talked about this too, or whatever. And it'll just help them, come into their journey better. They'll start to understand. They'll start to go, oh, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. And then once it makes sense, they'll start to work on their journey. Yeah. And they'll go, let me see what else doesn't make sense anymore. Mm-hmm. And so that's how it started for me years and years ago. Fact. Matter of fact, that's
the fun part.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to bring that up was, okay, so lately, over like the past month or so, I've been real nostalgic, right? I've been thinking about like wanting to play old games that I played on Nintendo and shit. Thinking of watching old movies. I've been putting old movies on Tubi. You know what I'm saying? You know how we rock Tubi around here?
Yeah, so Tubi.
I've been on Tubi watching old 90s movies and stuff, like taking myself back. And so that nostalgia, man, is like back when things were just like simpler. We didn't have to worry about social media. We didn't have to worry about all this extra shit.
Right.
It's like I'd probably have a garden in my backyard if I wasn't scrolling Instagram for fucking 4 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? Like, or whatever. You know what we're doing, because we're connected to all our shit now, our TVs and our phones and all these extra things. And so, because you think about it. Yeah, like growing up, right?
That's what they get you, though.
It's like your mom and grandma and everybody. How did they have time to make all these meals and do all these things and do the laundry and run all this shit? And it's like they were doing all this stuff, and it was like because they didn't have all this social media shit that we had. Their distractions weren't there.
They didn't have no distractions. Yeah,
that was their distraction. Was okay. I gotta go make this food now, or whatever. Mm-hmm. So it's like they were bored, so they wanted to do that shit.
Crazy.
It was like that's what they felt. That was how they contributed. That's how they showed the love to their families and everything, and I think that was cool. And we lost a lot of that.
Definitely.
Because we had to go to 2-income families. Mom and dad had to go to work. Kids got to go to school, daycare, all these different things, and we just disconnected from each other, It's more disconnection, right?
Yeah,
we're disconnected. What was that, episode 15? Something like that.
One of those.
Go back and check
15,
it.
No.
16, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
It was like we're all
15,
disconnected.
16, one of those, yeah.
So we've talked about it before. See how much more we've been disconnected, and you can just see it in your everyday scenarios, And we're all trying to reconnect, That's the biggest thing is get that reconnect in.
So we all in the same boat. You white, black, Hispanic.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. None of that matters.
Green, blue.
Yeah, none of that
We
matters.
all in the same boat, man.
Yeah, we got to get.
For real. We got to stick together.
It's right. As much as it's been, thrown at us, racism and prejudice and all these shit that we've gone through.
Yeah, that don't even matter no more.
We don't. Yeah, we got to get away. We got to learn to get past that and get away from it and just stop worrying about that. We just got to get because if we keep dwelling on it, it'll never go away. Mm-hmm. And I think at some point we just have to figure out like we're done with it. Once we're done with it and we moved on and we just years from now we won't even think about it anymore.
Right. I mean, but like Saturdays, I drive past. I be driving, right, and I see a white guy. He be holding a sign up saying "in racism." So I'm like, why is you doing that?
Right.
You just putting that
trying to get in people's brains. Mm-hmm. Right. It's the seed. Mm-hmm. You plant the seed, and then, like I said, within a couple of years, people will start. I mean, because we're already doing it. You know, if you really look at it, it's like most of the kids nowadays don't care about color.
Right.
They care about, you know, your attitude and your ideas and your, you know, and your creativity and all these things like that. They don't really care about who you are and what you look like. You know what I mean? It's like if you're a cool person to them, they're cool with that, you know? So you can already see it changing in the youngins. And it's like it's the older people that we got to work on. You know, some of these people have been stuck in their ways for so long. You know, and so that's the work we got to do. We're the bridge. You know what I'm saying? Because I was talking about this the other day. Us being the Gen Xers, we're the bridge because we're old enough to understand the old world, but we're still young enough to grow and with social media and do all the new stuff with the youngins. You know, so. We're that bridge between these, so that's why I said we're going to become those new scholars, those new teachers, those new professors. We're going to be those new people because we're bridging that gap and trying to come, you know, trying to bring the boomers and the Gen Zers all back together because they're divided, you know, because they don't understand each other because they came from two different worlds.
Bomb droppers. Facts. Shit crazy, man.
Yeah, I just mashed up like 6 things right there, but it all comes together.
It came together.
It comes together.
It comes together.
But yeah, it's like nostalgia, all that stuff's happening right now because timelines, we've talked about timelines before. Timelines are collapsing. So that's why we want to re-experience some of these things that we've experienced in other timelines. That's why I think some of that stuff's coming back.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I'm looking at it is those timelines are meshing and it's like, oh, I want to be a kid again, you know? I want to check out the Nintendo stuff I was doing before, watch these old movies that I was watching. So I think some of that's coming back, and it's just because of the timelines collapsing and stuff. You know.
Watching the old movie this morning.
What was
Don't
you
Be
watching?
a Menace.
Don't Be a Menace?
Yeah.
I flipped past that one earlier.
Giving you juice in the hood. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like we're feeling that moment in time right now of era. We're feeling that. We want to go back and relive some of that stuff and just remember it. It's like, you know, because I'll watch some of those old movies and I'll be like, man, I don't even remember that part.
Yeah.
I'm like, was that in the movie? I'm like, no way. It's like
in the background. Like, what? That was there?
Yeah, me and Black last night watched Idiocracy again because there was a TikTok that said the shoes they were wearing in that show were Crocs, and it was based on that they wanted a cheap shoe that looked futuristic but ugly. So they picked, that was 20 years ago. So they picked Crocs thinking, nobody's going to ever wear Crocs. Like Crocs are just some random bullshit, you know. Now Crocs are huge, right?
Yes, sir.
But it's like, did we grow into that movie though? Idiocracy? It's like, is that who we became? We became exactly the movie for the most part, you know? So it's like, when you can decode it and see it like that shit's interesting.
Wow.
So yeah, we watched that for a little bit last night. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I pretty much got most of it back. But there was a scene in there where he went to jail and all this stuff, and I'm just like, I don't remember him going to jail. I just didn't remember it. And then when I saw the scene, I was like, okay, that makes sense. He almost made it to jail. He was
it's probably you ain't seen in a while.
Yeah, he was just smart enough to go, hey, I'm not supposed to be here. And they're like, what? And because he was so smart compared to everybody else, they were just like, oh, he's not supposed to be here. He's in the wrong line. And they put him in the other line and he goes back out.
Like, what?
So, yeah. I was like, I was like, man, I don't even remember this part, you know? Like, so, yeah, it's crazy.
Shit, I watched Bad Boys the other day, too. That's crazy.
That's a good one.
That's my movie.
That's that one when you're scrolling past TNT or something and it's on, you got to sit there and watch it. You just got to watch it. But yeah, if it's on demand, it's even better.
Yeah, don't TNT edit it? Don't they edit it?
Yeah.
Take the word
Yeah,
out.
they would edit it for content and time. It's like
mother sucker.
Yeah. It's always what is it? Voiceover. It's a voiceover. It's not even them, but it's someone who sound like them.
Right.
They try to sound like them. Yeah, that shit be wild. You'd be like, that's not what it says.
Right. Right. Should be crazy. Yeah. I feel you on that though. You know, you want to go back.
Yeah. Have you felt
Go
like
back
that
in
at all a
time.
little
Yeah.
bit? Like, you know what I mean? Like lately, like within the last couple months? Because, yeah, that's what I said. If they're saying those timelines are doing like they're doing, then it makes sense. Because I know a few other people are doing the same thing, you know? It's like, and they're talking about it online too. So it's like people around the world, everybody. So, yeah, it's crazy. We're all having the similar experiences, you know?
Yeah.
Same thing like when we talk about like with the rashes and the bruises and the ascension symptoms. It's that kind of shit, you know? It's like all these timelines are hitting, so it's like our bodies are adjusting. We're doing all this stuff, you know, shit's happening. So it's similar to that. And then you're getting these nostalgic feels, you know, of like simpler times. You know?
Bomb droppers.
Yeah, definitely. There it was.
Take notes, man.
I just saw the 2222. You missed it. I looked right at it. That was a nice one.
Yeah, that's something for you to see.
Yeah. I got the 1111 the other day on my my app for the Royal Farms Rewards app. Mm-hmm. You know how you get points. Mm-hmm. I hit 1111 the other day.
Wow.
Yeah. Opened it up and was like, I gotta check my shit, and I was gonna get a free soda, you know, because you get some free shit with them.
Right.
I looked at it, I was like 1111. Took a picture of that, put that on the Instagram. At ppeintox on Instagram. Check it out.
Shit. Code 444. Man, I catch man.
Yeah, remember the other day on the show
It's
you
crazy.
caught 808?
Yeah.
Right at the show you caught the 808.
I'm telling you, man.
See, like, let's see what it is right now.
I see doubles, triples
9,
all the
12,
time, man.
But yeah.
It's like every time I look at the damn clock.
Right. It's pretty much every time. That's what I was telling Ren the other day. I said, yeah, pretty much every time I look at the clock nowadays, it's a number of some sort.
Every time.
It's a number of some sort. If it's not that, like I said, it's a receipt, or it's a, you know what I mean, or it's like a license plate or something hit somewhere. It's like every time I look at something, it's like I always feel like there's something that's talking to me.
Yeah.
It's starting to get to where it's not random anymore. It's more
It's
like,
just boom. Like,
yeah.
right there in your face. Like,
been like that
okay.
for a little while now.
Yeah.
Because before, like about a year ago, it was random. I'd randomly see it. You know, you go, you know, you get 111 today or something, and then like a week later, you might get like 333 or something. You know, now it's like I get 111, 222, 333, 555, all in the same day. You know, it's like I might get 4 or 5.
I'm telling you. I'm with you. Same here.
That's good though. That's what they said. That means we're following the path, and so that's why it's leading you.
You're on the right path.
You're constantly seeing the path. So you know, as long as you're paying attention. I mean, you can't pay attention to everything. I'm sure. You know, some of it's gonna get past you, but for the most part, if you're paying attention, it's like they said. I heard this. This made sense. Is think about what you're doing or what's going on, or if you're having a thought of something when that happens. Yeah. And then that kind of might give you the clarity you need for that right scenario.
You got it.
Yeah.
Bomb droppers.
Yeah. That made sense to me.
Yeah.
I was like, you're right. I'll see the numbers, but I'm never really thinking about what I'm doing at that moment.
Right.
Or if I'm going through a thought or something. Because then you're right. You'll see it. Because like sometimes, like I said, we'll be chatting or something, you know, texting or something, and be like, yo, okay, yeah, you're gonna be do show tomorrow or whatever, you know, and then I'll look up and I'll see 222 right after we just had a text between each other or something. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, then also I'll be like, yo, we were supposed to be talking about this. Okay, we going, you know, whatever. So sometimes that'll happen, or you know, like with other people, it'll happen a similar way. You know, like
you just gotta step back.
Yeah, you just kind of gotta
see what's going on. You're right.
Definitely, there's something going on there. There's something going on.
Definitely. Something trying to get your attention. Something, you know, probably something you're going through.
Yep.
You don't know.
Yeah, because it could just be you and your inner thoughts. There might be an idea that you're going through, and you're thinking, okay, should I invest in this or should I do this? You know what I mean? You're just having a thought, and then you look at the clock and you go, oh, there's a number. Okay, let me make this decision right. You know, and you should be able to do it right. You know, that's the idea. Be able to take that information, add it, and put it together. So yeah, definitely, it's all going on.
Another late night edition.
Yeah.
I know y'all see the background different right now, but
oh, I wasn't gonna say nothing, but go ahead.
Yeah,
I just wanted to see what people would say. But yeah, it's all good. It's all good. So yeah, look at this cozy environment we're in today. Got him. Got him on that one.
Wow. That's my first one.
It's been a while.
I feel like, yeah. Oh, man.
Nice one.
Beatty, what's up, baby? He got one.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think we forget about that button sometimes, you know, and then we're just all because we're just having conversations. So sometimes we just get lost in the conversation. That's why it's like, it's good that we're both remembering these buttons because sometimes it's like, I'm just not even thinking of buttons.
I don't know what that one is.
It's the green one.
I really use
That's
that
the green one.
Got you.
Yep. Yeah, to circle back real quick though, was I had a theory on the Tucker Carlson scenario. We had mentioned that to each other earlier. Was he left Fox? They basically fired him. You know, whatever. Him and Don Lemon got fired. But they said like his time slot the next week, because they fired him like on a Friday. That next week, like that Monday, they ran his time slot, but like it wasn't him though. Obviously, they had to fill it with something. They said their ratings dropped like 30% during that time. That he pretty much could command like 3 million people. That was kind of his audience, was about a 3 million people type spread, you know. But my theory behind this is like, I feel like, I mean, this is just me throwing it out there, so who knows if it goes this way or not. It's just something I'm putting together in my own head. Is think about it like Elon Musk and Twitter. So Elon Musk walked up into Twitter, you know, bought it, rolled up in there, and just started clearing house, just getting rid of shit, doesn't matter, cleaning up stuff, tightening things up, you know, and trying to make a better scenario, put Twitter back together and make it what it's supposed to be, you know, free speech avenue, you know. So I think that the media at some point has to go through a similar scenario. You've got to clean out the media and get the journalists out who are just fucking following orders, and let's get back to the journalists telling the real story, the truth again, instead of just following the script. So my theory is that they could take him. They've already dismantled Fox at that point because he's probably the only real thing that's at Fox for the most part. You know what I mean? Then take him, put him at CNN, and watch him dismantle fucking CNN. So now CNN and Fox are two biggest like news outlets per se, become dismantled at that point, and then re-geared. So if he's over there, maybe he can clean CNN up and rebuild it into what it should have been. You know what I mean? Not following the orders, but giving us the fucking news. You know what I mean? So that's my working theory. And that has, I've got no evidence whatsoever other than what's just what I'm thinking.
Gotcha.
Just putting pieces together.
Gotcha.
Just based on, you know, the information I have, which is he's fired. He's moving on. He's either going to go start his own network kind of a thing, which he could. He's got plenty of fucking following, you know.
Oh, that'd be smart.
He could go create his own. But
be smart.
my theory is that he may go over and take over like CNN or something, already established, already built. He just got to clean it up. Same thing like Elon did with Twitter. That's just a theory. I don't know. You know. But yeah, I would rather see him go do his own thing.
Yeah.
And build his own network and do some that way, you know what I mean? He becomes us, but on a bigger level. We're the local guys, you know what I mean? We'll be the local fucking, you know, area news, and then he's the fucking, you know, world news per se, you know? Nothing wrong with that.
No, ain't nothing wrong with that.
So we all got to have local stations, you know? So it just become the local station.
That's it. Dang.
That's my theory, you know what I mean? That's how I'm throwing it out there. But yeah. So yeah, that's why I wanted to circle back on that, because we kind of talked about that for a second, you know, early on and different things like that. But yeah, just circling back to that.
Yeah, so you got fired Friday.
Yeah, like it was like a week ago Friday. So I think this is his first week that he's been out. But yeah, they just basically what they said was it was something along the lines of it was like over the weekend, like on a Saturday. They were like, Friday was Tucker Carlson's last broadcast on Fox News. That's how they put the news out. So they were just like, don't come back on Monday. You're done, son.
So
Yeah. I mean, there's some more shit deeper in there. Some people are thinking there was some network beef going on with some stuff. He said some shit that he probably shouldn't have said. And then they came to a settlement. Fox had to come to a settlement with some people. And they think part of the settlement was he's got to go. And I'm like, would you throw away your best fucking quarterback? You know what I mean? Kind of a thing. You probably wouldn't unless you're trying to follow a script and he's not following that script.
Yeah.
This is your easiest way out at this point, you know. You could just be like, oh yeah, he's not doing what we need him to do. Whatever, you know.
Not following script.
Right. Yeah, because he's been putting out some shit. Like he put out like the January 6th tapes and stuff. Did you see anything on that?
Nope.
So the January 6th tapes, you know, they talked about the insurrection and all that stuff, right?
I don't watch the news like
So
that.
they put the tapes out, right? They finally released all the tapes. Because at first they only released like some little bit of footage saying, here's what we found. But now they've released all the tapes. So now people can just sift through them and find out what actually happened, you know? So he got some of the footage and then he started showing the footage saying, what the story they told us is not what's in these tapes. And he was showing it. And he was saying, they you know how they were saying like, I guess one of the guys, he was like the moose head dude. I don't know if you ever saw him in the news where he was like, he had like a moose head on with like horns and shit. And they called him something like, I can't remember what they called him. But he had like a name and they were saying like they were saying he was running the whole insurrection. Like he incited the whole fucking thing kind of a thing. And just kind of like he led the people into the building. That's what they were basically. So he went to jail for that.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So when Tucker showed the tapes, it showed him talking to the cops and the cops walking him around, literally showing him where to go.
Wow.
And they got audio from this shit, and the audio, there's a couple of different audios where the guys were like, well, yeah, we'll just let him go over here and he can, like, you know what I mean? It was like, this is not anything like they told us. This is the video you gave us that said these are the release tapes. And this is the, you know, so they're just, so he started with shit like that, started throwing stuff out in the media, you know, talk about the UFO shit, you know, talking about Putin, I mean, he was just talking like he's talking, doing his research, you know what I mean? And so I think,
there you go.
I think Fox started getting a little scared, going, oh, this guy's, he's actually doing some work. So,
Bomb droppers.
So I don't know. That's why my theory is what my theory is. It's because he's a truther. He's somewhat of a truther. I mean, I don't know. Can we trust him? He's from the media. I don't know. But so far, he's showing a lot of truth. That he's trying to put the truth out there, regardless of if we
they say a lot of things gonna be revealed.
Right.
So
yeah,
a lot of things gonna be revealed. Yep. You just gotta catch it. You know.
So yeah, that's why I hope he sticks with it. I hope he sticks with it, man. Because yeah, because being on Fox, there's a big difference between. I was talking to my daughter, right? I said, there's a difference between people who say they're patriots and real patriots. You know what I mean? And this is my theory too. Just me talking. But so you've got people who are like, I don't even know how to say it, but it's like they're just uneducated patriots. They're all about like, yeah, I'm American. Yeah, I'm this. You know, yeah, I'm born here, and I'm whatever. All this bullshit, right? Yeah,
But don't know the background of it, right?
Right. They're just basically. I want to say they're basically just. They're just reiterating what everybody else just says. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's kind of how I'm looking at it. And I don't know if I'm saying it all exactly right there. But I think what'll make sense is the other part is where I told my daughter, I said, the reason I call myself a patriot, because I think I'm a patriot, but I don't want to get grouped in with those people. See, so that's why I'm saying what I'm saying, is I want to say that I'm a patriot, right? And I told her, I said, I'm a patriot because when I was 18 years old and I went into the military, I rose my hand and I pledged allegiance to this country and said I would defend it against domestic and foreign terrorists. Know what I mean? So I took that to heart as I got older and said, if I'm going to say that and I'm going to do that, then I have to kind of, I have to live closer to that of the idea of It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're not for building this country better, then you're against me. You know what I mean? Kind of a scenario. And it doesn't matter where you come from, what your background is, whatever. That's what I was raised my hand to. So that's how I look at myself as a patriot, you know.
Bomb droppers.
And I want to distance myself from those people who are just silly. It's like, you know, like the Republican patriots. They're just fucking silly to me. It's like, I don't want to be those people. I'm a different version of that, you know. That's how I look at it. So I don't know what to call myself. And I don't think I need to call myself anything specific.
You really don't.
You know, because then we're just boxing ourselves into another box. And that's what I try not to do. I don't want to put nobody in a box, but I don't want them to put me in a box either. You know, it's kind of a thing. So it's like, I never really liked labels, you know, liberal, you know, Republican, all these different things. Like, those are just labels to me. More labels to divide us when we can just have ideas, you know. Let's just have ideas and talk. Have the conversations. Awkward intelligence. Here we are.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why we're having these conversations. That's why we started this, you know.
Facts.
Well, so that people could see that there's a lot of different levels of people, even though we're all the same thing, going in the same directions. But there's a lot of variations of that, you know. And it's like, you know, everybody always says you got to stand hard to your convictions. You got to be this, you got to be that. And it's like, I don't think you have to be. I think you have a right to change your mind. You have a right to be, okay, maybe I didn't have all the information of that. So that's why I like that then. But I've got more information now. I can do a little more with it. I've changed my mind. And then not look like, oh, you're a flip-flopper. Oh, last year you were this. It's like, yeah, but if we're not changing our ideas and thinking different ways and learning new information, then what are we doing? You know?
You stuck.
We're just all stuck then, right? And that's where the government's been for the past 30 years. Stuck. Because when we the people elected these people to represent us, we just let them do it. We didn't, you know.
Right.
Like I think I was saying something to somebody earlier. We're talking about something, and then I said, look, there's people in Congress right now that are testifying in front of Congress about all kinds of different subjects, you know, COVID vaccines, whatever, all kinds of subjects, right? And then the legislators are going, so if you're the head of that department, why did you not have this information? Oh, well, I don't know if I don't have that in front of me. And it's like, wait, but you're the head of that department. How do you not have that information on the top of your head? You should know these. And they're just going at them about all kinds of different subjects and topics. And I'm like, that's how we should be leading this country. If some of these legislators are going in there and doing certain things and no one's questioning them about shit and they can't give us answers, then that guy's got to go, or that girl or that woman's got to go. And we need someone else better in there. We can't keep doing this secretive, I don't know, I don't have those answers. We haven't done the data on that. We can't get these vague bullshit answers no more. You know what I mean?
I don't think we need them, period.
Right.
We govern our own selves, man.
Eventually.
Yeah.
I think eventually. But I think slowly we gotta get that part back together. And then, yes, eventually our states should be governing, you know, certain parts, and then our cities and our mayors, and down to us governing ourselves for the most part. Yeah, definitely. You know, but I think it starts from up top. We got to start working on that to bring it down back to us, because we've given it away. We've given our power away. You know,
that's what I'm saying. So right,
got to reclaim it. So yeah,
we should just
He said, just topple it.
Fuck it.
Destroy it.
Droppers.
I'm with you. I'd rather just destroy it and start over. Truthfully.
Fuck it.
I'm with you. But that's not the way the world works.
I know.
But I'm with you, man. Because I've been saying it for years.
Just crazy, man.
That we just need to start over. You know, it's like clean the slate, start over, drain the swamp. And all the shit they say, you know, that's all the shit they say. We're just saying it different. You know, we're just saying it in a different way. But we're saying the same shit. We just need to clean it up. I'm with you. A lot of shit going on there.
Too much, man.
Yeah. So you got anything going on?
Right now?
Anything you want to talk about?
Shit.
I feel like I've been dominating the conversation.
Yeah, you just
My
threw
bad,
me
man.
out there. But nah,
Throw a Hail Mary, man. Go for it.
shit,
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm on, man. Hey, sticking together. Matter of fact, what we were talking about earlier. I asked you, have you seen that picture going around on the internet?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So,
With
throw it out there. What was that about again?
It was like it's a black young girl versus a white young girl. I forgot what it was.
It was like they were in a park or something.
Yeah.
And then like they were just standing there by themselves, right?
Yeah.
Like looking random.
Right.
Yeah. I do remember that.
Yeah. So they wanted to see who get the most help, who's going to help, something like that.
Right.
So
you clicked
black,
on it.
yeah.
He's like, I gotta see this.
The black girl was just sitting there,
Just standing there.
out in the open.
Right.
Nobody
People
helped
walking
her.
by.
People walking past it. Nobody offered her.
Yeah.
Like, hey, are you okay? You all
Nothing,
right?
right.
Where's your parents? Right. And the white girl
Put the little white girl down there.
was thrown out there.
Right.
Everybody was like, hey, are you okay?
Right.
What's going on?
Yeah. Where's your parents at?
I'm like, what is going on here? So I'm like,
Yeah. It's like it's not even a double standard in a way. That can't be considered a double standard. It's got to be a different name for that. But that shows you that it's almost like, what does it show you? Because it's like, because the little white girl, did she look lost? And maybe the little black girl just didn't look lost. She ain't had a lost look in her eyes.
They both look lost to me.
But you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe she just looked like she was standing there. She know where she at. She confident. I don't know. You know what I mean? Maybe the little girl did look lost, and people just were like, "Oh shit, she looks lost."
Yeah, that's crazy.
Could be different energies too, you know. But yeah,
It's a crazy world we living in, man.
on the surface, it looks a certain way, right? You know, that's what we always have to look. That's a surface thing, you know. So we always have to look at. We don't know what's exactly going on there, but on the surface, it looked like people were willing to help the white girl over the little black girl.
Yeah.
So on the surface, that's what it looked like. But yeah, it's going around the internet, so
Yeah.
y'all see it.
Go look it up.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, it don't matter, man. You should help both them damn kids.
right. Anybody who needs help should be able to get
For
help.
real.
Right.
No matter the color though.
Definitely.
But that's crazy how they showed that though. I was like,
It's right. It's like it's still happening. 2023. It's like they could show us
why
that
would you
in
do that?
2004,
Right.
same. You know, 2012, same.
still going on.
2023, same.
For what?
Yeah. It's because I think it's because for the most part, the average people out there, they're not having these conversations. You know, the average people out there are getting their conversations from the news, from
And the
bullshit,
internet.
from you know what I mean, from you know, they're not really doing enough research to really get the information like we're trying to put together here, you know, on this show. You know, but everybody's different. But like I said, because it's a majority of those people, that's what you're going to get on a daily basis. That's the societal norm right there. You know, we're different than that. We're better than that because we've studied and done our research and understand things more. You know, but
And that's what messed us up, I think. Society.
right. Everybody paid for an education, but they didn't really get an education. They got an indoctrination.
Bomb droppers.
That's what they paid for.
Wow. Facts. That's crazy.
That's what they paid.
Wow.
Yeah, because I would look at it, right? You know, as I was getting older, I was like, I didn't feel like people who were going to school for certain things, I'm like, you're not that smart. Just because you went to school and got whatever, you know, because I'm coming into work. Like, I've been working for 20 years already in this job. And you're just coming in acting like you know some new shit. And you paid $40,000 for it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm like, you can't use that here. That doesn't work here, you know?
Gotcha.
But what they probably did, though, is they probably made a few more dollars than I did. That's about it.
Oh, because of a piece of paper.
But yeah, but it didn't mean they were smarter than me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's how I looked at it. I was like, it never felt like they were smarter than me. I'm like, yeah, there's some people out there that have some minds and they've learned some shit. But the average person getting a degree, it's not smarter than most average people. You know what I mean? They're just not. They just paid for an education
That's
or an
it.
indoctrination. You know what I mean?
Bomb droppers.
That's how I'm looking at it.
No, you
Was
right.
it? Change my mind. Prove me wrong. No, I'm just kidding.
Man, don't say that.
Let's start a controversy on the show.
You had them comments going crazy out there.
There's somebody out there right now going to be like, motherfucker, going in on this guy. That was a while back. This wasn't but a couple weeks ago. I was on Instagram, and there was a post that had like a older female teacher storming out the class. People were wilding, and she was like, "That's why I can't teach." And she just rolls out the class. And then somebody was commenting under, and they were like, teachers don't get paid, to be disrespected every day. This is why we're losing teachers. And then so I threw in, nice and cool, nice and calm, just minding my own business. I threw in, if the curriculum was rebuilt, maybe the kids wouldn't be so bored and teachers wouldn't have to feel like they're, babysitting kids all day. And maybe some shit would change. Everybody, oh, I can't believe you're going against teachers like this. Like all of a sudden I was anti-teacher. I was like, oh shit, look how quick this thing changed. I ain't saying nothing about teachers, but I'm anti-teacher all of a sudden. It was crazy. Like they almost tried to go at me. But I answered like 4 or 5 more after that because they kept coming at me and I answered them. But I answered them, nope. I just kept saying, I kept sticking to curriculum and where I'm like, I'm talking about the curriculum. I'm talking about people were like, oh, you must not be a teacher. You don't know shit. I'm just like, why is everybody so angry? I'm trying to come up with a solution here.
Right.
And everybody want to come at me like, who's this guy? I'm just like, this is the world. This is why people don't get online and want to talk to nobody. Because they just want to come right at you with this bullshit and like, oh, you're this, oh, you're that. How are you telling me who I am and I've given you one sentence on the internet? So, yeah.
Yeah. Bomb droppers.
Yeah, it's wild shit like that, It's like, but I'm good because they don't. I'm like, you ain't about to take me to some anger shit. I ain't arguing over the internet. What are we doing here? I was like, I'm just trying to tell you what I'm saying. Either agree with me or don't. But I don't give a fuck.
You shouldn't even respond.
Right.
You should just read it and left it alone. For real.
And I do most of the time. Most of the time I don't respond to shit because I'm with you. I want to go in. But most people aren't ready to hear what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? I guess some people have told me it's the way I say it. I come off too aggressive, come off too, like. So it makes them feel like I'm pushing it on them or whatever. Same idea we've been talking about forever. Remember?
Right. It's like I don't know, man. Just
the way my teaching's too aggressive.
That's crazy. These people got soft skin out there.
Something like that. I guess. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I'm like, man, because I tried to tell somebody one time, I said, the way I talk is aggressive. It's got a little bit of aggressiveness into it. I get it. It's there. I know it. But I'm not like somebody who's like all in your
shouting.
face. Like, yeah, I'm not shouting, right.
That's what I'm saying.
So I'm like, because what I told him was, I go, yo, if you listen to the motherfucker that gave me this information, he was yelling at me. And I'm just relaying it to you.
Right.
So if you think I'm yelling, there's no way you're gonna watch that shit. You know what I mean? Like I talk about when I'm watching 6-hour videos for you guys.
6 hours, yeah.
These motherfuckers are yelling at me the whole fucking time. They're like, I can't believe America's doing what the fuck they're doing, and da-da-da, and they're just doing. And some of them are using language that I'm just like, you ain't gotta say it like that. They're throwing out everything. They're going in on everybody. They don't like the trans situation. They don't like racism. I mean, they're just saying all kinds of shit. And I'm just like, I'm not even worried about all that to me. I just need to know the metaphysical, the spiritual, the message. I don't really care what your feelings are on all these people. But that's what they're doing. They're yelling at me like that. I'm putting it all together, and then I bring it here and drop it to you guys. Just like that. And then some people call me aggressive. It's just the way it is. I don't know. You can't please everybody, man.
See, the people I watch, they calm.
Yeah. What are
We
you
cool.
watching the doctors and the preachers and shit, right?
Yeah, we be cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Some of these people, man. It's like
Don't be shouting at me all crazy.
they be yelling sometimes. like make sure you get this information out. Because this is going on. And I'm just
Nah, for real, though.
start feeling like, damn, it's a dire scenario. You know? What happens if all this changes tomorrow and I didn't give the information out? You know? That's what I be thinking sometimes. I'm like, what if I don't make it?
Hey, it's only one day.
It's true.
You know, shit, they had some other days to do their own research.
Yeah. Well, that's true. We should all be out there doing our own research. But yeah, that's what I do. I take these videos and I consolidate them down to 2-minute points on this show out of fucking 10, 12 hours I might have watched. You know? That's why sometimes I'll be sitting there and then like some people be like, yeah, you were talking about this, but like you were just everywhere. And I'm like, it was just a lot to say, man. I don't even know that I covered everything. You know, it's like sometimes I'm spacing off.
Yeah, like you said, you know, you go back and watch, like, damn, I forgot what.
Yeah, I could have said that better. Yeah, or I could have said that better. I'm like, fuck, why did I say it like that? It's, you know, but that's how this show works. It's what it is.
It
sometimes,
happens, man.
Yeah, sometimes you just when you're in a thought and you're in a moment, you're just rambling, you know, and you're trying to get that thought together and you're putting it out there and you think you got it and then you just misspeak sometimes. It happens, you know. It happens. But, you know, it's interesting. Like you're saying, I go back and watch sometimes and I'm just like, what the fuck was I talking about? I didn't even say what I was trying to say.
Then you say it while you're watching it, like, yeah, that's what I'm supposed to say.
Oh, got me.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's so good, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting.
Stick together, man. That's what I'm on. For real. No matter the race, color, size, shape.
Yeah, as long as they're genuine people.
That's
As long as they're genuine people. Everybody knows what's up. You know the difference when people are treating you right. You know. You know those friends who are just your friends because they get everything from you.
Yeah.
They take advantage of you. You know who those people are. You know.
You see him.
Yeah. So yeah, just take care of yourselves. Be good to each other.
That's it.
Yeah, we're gonna get through this. Like we talked about before, where's your faith? You gotta have your faith.
That's it.
As long as you got your faith, you're good.
Gotta be strong out there.
Right. Because, like they say, every day's a test. We're here again. If we're still here, that means we're still working. We're still on our missions. We're still doing our things. So.
Bomb droppers. Yes, sir.
May the 4th be with you. Today's May 4th. You ever heard that before?
May 4th be with you.
Yeah.
Tough one.
Yeah.
No, I never heard that one.
That's some Star Wars shit. People do that shit.
I never was into Star Wars.
No?
No.
I like Star Wars,
But
but I was never into Star Trek.
There's a meaning behind it. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Somebody broke it down to me one day. I was like, wow.
Oh yeah, the Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's a similar shit. It's light versus dark.
Evil, yeah.
You know, it's evil versus it's the yin.
Evil and good,
it's the same shit.
And I didn't say it
And
like
they
that.
have the Force.
I didn't say
which
it
is
like
the
that.
same shit we have, which is some metaphysical shit.
Facts.
You know. So yeah, it's all the same. You know, similar. You could put it to a similar scenario in all this. Yeah. It could.
Red and blue.
Yeah, exactly.
The same shit going on.
Same colors, right? It's all duality. It's all the same kind of duality.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with
Wow.
you. Yeah, it's everything. It's the future. It's the past.
That's crazy.
It's the present.
Star Wars. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I was never a fan, but I had a cousin.
You didn't watch too many movies or nothing? No, you didn't pay attention to it?
No. But somebody broke it down to him. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Got you.
One day you'll get bored. You'll watch them.
No. I don't think that's for
He
me.
said nope.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I never got into Star Trek, but they say a lot of the shit that Star Trek talked about is like real. All that. It's like really like the shit you can travel to. Basically, they said everything in Star Trek, like where they could travel to, is within our galaxy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they said everywhere they went in
Star
the show
Trek.
was technically within our galaxy. And I was like, okay, that's something I didn't know. You know, like they were like true to that. Like they were like, okay, if we went here, it's actually within our galaxy. It's not made up shit. You know, or at least from what we understand, if we believe in science and NASA, right?
No.
But yeah, based on the science and the space we know, it was all based on that. And so I was like, okay, interesting. Yeah. Mr. Prim's in the Star Trek. He likes Star Trek.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he knows a lot about that shit. That's why it's like we're all doing different research.
Yeah, but
we all know
likes
different
it.
shit.
Yeah,
We
but
can't,
different
you know, we don't all have to know the same shit.
Right.
As long as we can share those informations, and we're good. You know. That's how education was back in the day, man. Everybody couldn't get an education. So you had to send your representatives to go get their educations to come back to teach everybody else, you know. But now we got the internet. We got YouTube. We got all kinds of different things. You can get your YouTube degree in just about anything.
Facts. Yeah. You got to put the time in, though.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to sit through some commercials. Fucking YouTube. Yo, I'm telling you, there's so many videos I have not watched because of commercials. Because I'm a snob. I guess I am. I'm just gonna call it. But if I'm watching your video, so you say it's a YouTube video, right? If I'm watching your video, if you give me a commercial in the first 2 minutes, I'm leaving. I'm gone.
Oh, damn.
You lost me. I've done it. I will do it.
Yeah, it gave you 2 minutes.
Within the first two, like it comes on, you're like, you get the intro, it starts going, and all of a sudden commercial. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm out.
I got you.
I'm out. I can't do it. Like you couldn't even let me get into the show.
You gotta have that patience, man.
No.
You gotta have patience.
There's so much other shit to watch. I ain't got time for that. That's how I look at it.
Facts.
I'm like, there's so much other shit to watch. You gonna get me like that? I'm out.
I got you.
That's how I be doing it. Yeah, I was like, I don't know. Maybe I'm a snob. I don't know how it works. I don't know what the rules are.
Yeah, you gotta have a little patience, man. Some of them like 5 seconds.
Well, now that's the difference because like if it's something I really want to say, it's like somebody I've watched before. Maybe they're on a different show. I'll be like, okay, I'll grit this one out for you. You know what I mean? But yeah, if it's some new people, some shit I ain't never seen before, I'm like, you might get fucked up. You might get fucked up. Don't give me that quick commercial. You know? And then what'll happen is weeks later, their shit will pop back up again. And I'll be like, all right, I'll give you a second go.
Yeah.
And then I don't get that commercial and I get the information. Because then sometimes what's crazy is like, say it'll be something we talked on the show. So like before the show, I didn't watch it, right? And like maybe a week after the show, I watch it because it comes back up. And then it'll talk about some shit that we talked about. And I'll be like, that's why I didn't need to see it. I didn't understand it back then. We needed to talk about it first. Then I had to see it. So it's like, sometimes you see it when you see it. You know? It happens the way it happens. But yeah, I'm a anti-commercial motherfucker. Because I feel like commercials, we talked about this in like the first or second episode. I feel like commercials are just propaganda. And it's just another way for them to just squeeze information into you without you know, your knowledge for the most part. It's like, I want to watch this show. Let me watch this show. Quit trying to interject. You know what I mean? Like, and I think, you know, like you got all these online apps and everything getting away from, you know, I got away from cable a couple years ago. You know?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm all apps now. So I'm like, I try to stay away from fucking as many commercials as I can, you know. But
they're everywhere.
They're everywhere now. They're creeping back in, man.
They're everywhere.
They're creeping back in.
That's crazy. Yeah, they're everywhere.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. Because they're creeping back in. It's different when, you know, when they've always been there, you just like, it's always been on TV. There's always been ads. I get it, you know. But now we moved away from that, and they're letting it come back in. It's like, I can't believe people got. It's like people got duped again. We went on the internet to get away from that commercial bullshit, and then it just showed up on the internet, and everybody was like, "Oh, you'll pay me money? Okay." It's like, that's how they got those people. You didn't see how that worked then? It's working like that again. They're getting us again. That's how I see it. We didn't get away from those.
And they got to pay for it if you don't want no ads.
So yeah.
Pay, man,
That's
crazy.
right. See, so then they reversed it on you, and they said, "Oh, you don't want ads? Let's just pay $2.99 a month then."
Right.
Or whatever. Yeah. So see what I'm saying? So see how they reverse engineered that shit and then threw it right back on. Made us feel like, oh, we're just going to bombard you with ads and we'll make you pay to not want them. That's ridiculous. How do we not see that?
That's wild. On every damn app, there's commercial.
Yeah. Like, remember I was telling you, I think last episode we were talking, and I said, remember I was trying to find like a top-down game where like a shooter or whatever. Like, I don't know if we were talking about it or not. But I've been looking on my phone for like those ones where like you'll see the commercials on your phone where it's like a little dude running and then he runs to a thing and then he like doubles and it becomes more shit. I could play those for hours over and over and over. I just want to run through the shit and just try to, you know what I mean? You can't find those games.
Man.
You know that's a little mini game within a fucking game?
I clicked on that damn thing. I ain't gonna sit up here and lie to you.
Yeah, I did too, because I'm like, I want to play this game.
Right. That shit caught me. I'm like,
It's
wow.
a mini
this
game within a game.
That's crazy.
That's how they get you. And it's not just, I want a game that's just that.
Just like the one I seen.
Yeah, just that.
That's the one I want to play.
Yeah.
And I haven't found it.
That's how they get us. They've been tricking the fuck out of us off this bullshit. And that's, I'm saying, commercials, man.
Yeah, boy, that's mine.
They can lie to you. And it's okay. I don't like that.
That's mine fuck right there. Wow. That's crazy.
I just want a little game for when I'm bored. You know, I'm sitting at the doctor's office and I could just run a couple levels at a time. They'll like make it like a Candy Crush. It was the same level over and over. Just got harder or weirder or whatever it did.
Right.
Just give me that game and just make the level a little harder
Right.
over and over. Let me go to 1,000 or whatever. I'll just take my time. I'll get there.
Hey, what's the name of the game?
That one I think was called like Top War or some shit like that.
Can somebody make that game, please?
Yeah, somebody make that game.
For real. Make that game. Just how it is on the advertisement, man.
Where you run through the little shields and you either multiply or decrease or whatever.
Yeah.
You change your guns.
Yes.
And you just got to get through these
You can
levels.
add more people.
Right. That's it. Just simple. Running forward, though. I've seen the ones. I got one where you're running backwards. So you're like on defense the whole time. I like that one. How you're just you're going at them.
Nah.
You're like, let's go to war.
You're
like, let's go to war.
Yeah. Right. Man.
Yeah, just a little fun game.
I want that
every now and
game.
again.
I want that game. That's crazy you bought that game up.
Yeah.
I want that game.
That's how ads fuck us. Do little shit like that.
Yeah,
I'm
we
like,
talking about the ads though. Man.
yeah, that's what we're talking about. Fucking, that's how ads fuck us, just like that.
See? Brain fuck. Bomb droppers.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Gone.
That's the little shit that goes on. They try to fucking sneak that shit in there on you. Mm-hmm. You fall for it, and then you have to fucking play a block game to get to the mini game. You're like, this is bullshit.
Actually played the game. I actually played the game.
Yeah. For
For
how
a little
long?
while.
Couple weeks.
It wasn't too long. No.
Couple days.
No. Shit. Couple hours. I'm like, you know
Yeah,
what?
because you know what it is? It's that's their ad to get you to play the game so that you'll pay more money to play that game that you were trying to play in the first place. Because it's a little side game in there. That they're like, no, but you got to pay for that because you can only do that once a day. You're like, motherfucker.
Wow.
It's weird shit like that. That's how they get you. They get you a weird shit like that. I've done it a few times where you play the, because there was an app I was fucking with a while back called Gamer Up or something like that, or Power Up Gamer or something like that. And you could download games and play them, and based on what levels you got to, they would pay you a couple bucks. So they'd be like, okay, on this game, get to level 60 and we'll give you like $3.
Okay, so play.
It's kind of, like, you know, like
I
you
do
would
that
play
one.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
So then you could play and then you'd rack up.
Right,
if you play a few different games throughout a month, and you rack up $40-$50, okay, boom, you know, we're there. What's going on with my mic? Shit was going out. Are we good?
Yeah.
Let me see. Okay, yeah, no.
You
It sounded like it was going out.
Yeah.
Okay, weird. Did you hear that? No. Okay, maybe it was just me. Might be the headphones. Oh, yeah, it might be the headphones. I'm tripping. All right. Anyways. What was I talking about?
The game.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember what I was saying, though.
Oh shit.
Fuck.
Hold on.
I was talking about the game and how
Hold on.
cheats you and...
Don't get the same shit, because then you're going to mess me up. But nah, hold up.
We can move on. I was done.
That's crazy. I don't remember now.
Yeah. I think I was just going to elaborate somewhere. There's a few little games that I used to play, though. There was one on the tablet.
Wow.
I played one. It was just drag racing. So it was like you could like build your little car, and then you could drag race people on other people in the game. Like you could become part of a crew, car crew, and then your crew would go like battle other car crews, and you'd actually have to race. Like you'd have to shift and get your car to drag race all the way down, right? But like there was a way I like somehow I figured out a cheat, and I could win 99% of the races against other people in the world. It was weird. I was doing it. It was like, but when you beat someone else that was a real person, you get more points. Because I could beat the fucking computer all day, but it would give you like a couple points. But if you beat a real person, you could gamble basically. So I could be like, yo, let's race for $1 million, and then they would race for $1 million, and I'd beat them 9 times out of 10. So I would just be racking millions in this game. And then with that money, you could go buy engines and other shits. And somehow I found a certain combination of shit to where it was like you had to put like the best parts on a couple parts, the worst part on this one part, and then like 2 mid-grade parts. It was something weird. And somehow it glitched the game into making your car like fucking the fastest. It was weird. It was like some shit I found. I don't know if I found it online or if I just accidentally did the shit. I don't remember.
Wow.
But yeah, and it was like, but none of it was real money. It was all just game. And it was all because within my crew, because I was winning so much, I was like the #1 guy in the crew, and I took over the crew at some point. Right. And then I became the top crew guy. And I was like running the crews, making like lieutenants and telling people what to do and shit, whatever in the game. Didn't mean shit. And then I just left one day. I just stopped playing.
Damn.
I got bored and just
Somebody
stopped playing.
else took over,
And then I came back like a week later, and then like I gave the crown to someone else, and then just dipped. I was like, I'm out. But you could win like every day. You had like daily awards you could win. Every week you had weekly awards, and I was like hitting the tops of some of these things. It was crazy. It was like it felt weird. It's like it felt good, but it felt weird. It was like, what am I? I'm just wasting my time on this game, like you know. But it was like. But I'm like the head of this crew, so it's like I felt like I had an obligation to these people. It was weird, man. It's some weird shit. But there's people out there like that are deep into that shit. They be playing them games and just, you know, trying to connect with their friends and do all that shit. It's weird, man.
I got it.
What's up?
Let me say it before I forget. We talking about the app of the game.
Making the app?
No.
Or playing the app?
No, we were talking about the app. You get cash.
Oh, yeah, where you pay to play? Oh,
Yeah.
Gamer app. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Yeah, so I was just playing a bunch of those, and then, you know, you rack up some points, and then you could, like, pull the money every month or something. So it's kind of like pay to play. You get paid to play the games. Yeah. So that's a different one. So, yeah, I don't know if anybody knows about that. I can't remember what it's called. I'll have to look it up, but I'll throw it on the screen or whatever. Gamer Up or something like that. Or it was like Power Up or something. I can't remember. I got it, though. That way, if anybody wants to do it, if they're into playing those games like that, you might as well get paid for it. That's what I'm saying.
Facts. Yeah. I see those ads, too, but I just go past this shit.
Yeah.
Because it won't be the games I want to play.
Yeah, that was the thing for me. I played a couple games in it. I made a couple bucks, but I was like, most of these games look like garbage. I just can't do it. I can't sit here for hours and play a garbage game.
Right.
Just for money. I can't do it. Even that won't motivate me enough. Because it's not like it's a lot of money. It's like if you beat this, you know,
I can imagine.
They're like if you get to level 100, You get like $450. You're like,
I figured that.
it's just not worth it.
I figured some $4.
But some of them you get to 100 and it's like $20. So you know what I mean. But
that still ain't worth it.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it's not enough money to make me go, yeah, I really got to do this.
Right.
It's just I thought it would be cool. I tried it. I just didn't like it. It just wasn't. It was like you're saying, not enough games that I'm willing to play. It was just boring to me.
I just played one game. I play poker. You know that.
Right.
That's it.
There you go. Make money on that. People make money on that.
That's it. Play my poker and I'm good.
Because what I was doing was when I was watching these episodes, right? So say I'm watching a 4-hour fucking episode of some shit, right? I would have a tablet and my phone, and I'd be playing the games on them at the same time and watching, listening. So I was like, I'm making money. I'm watching this shit. I'm like, let's go. You know what I mean? I'm
Can't beat it.
multitasker. And then the games were just boring. And I'm just like, nope. Move it on to something else. What's next? On to the next shit. So, yeah. But, yeah, so that's, if anybody wants to get that app, that's it. There's a bunch of different ones like that, though, out there, too. There's a bunch of different ones that are that same style where they'll pay you to play the games and shit.
There was a run and walk app, like a jog.
Like a
app.
Get Fit joint?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a jogging app. So it go by your speed. So if you run fast.
It pay you?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
How come I'm not doing this?
I don't know.
Where's it at?
Just gotta look it up.
I be moving. I get paid to walk
you know,
around.
Shit. Look it up.
Yeah, we'll have to look that up.
Yeah,
Look that
it should
up
be
at some
on
point.
there.
I'll figure it out. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. There's something for everything. Nowadays. Like, there's something for everything. I mean, you can sell your hair, you can sell your fingernails. Who knows? Who knows what this world? I mean, if somebody's willing to buy it, you can sell it. That's basically the idea. That's what it's all down to now.
Yeah.
I mean, half the OnlyFans are not just naked. You know what I mean? Sexual shit. A lot of it's just weird stuff. So, yeah. It's like, I don't even, you just hear about it. Like, I don't be on there.
No. I don't be on that shit either.
I just hear about it. They just be telling me, like,
I let them people do them, man.
yeah. Could just be videos of like their feet, just their feet. Yeah, know what I mean? That's crazy shit. That I was looking at that. Like, remember how I told you on Instagram when I be scrolling through, and then the ones that like the reels that are like sideways, they be like all chicks and everything, right? And I don't even be like subscribing to that shit. But anyways, what I'm trying to say with that part is, where the fuck was I putting that now? See, that almost sidetracked me.
I don't know you was going
With
there.
like the OnlyFans shit. I was trying to
the
connect it somehow.
OnlyFans.
Oh, that's what I say. So just on there, right, with reels, chicks, this is all they got to do to make money. Is just stand there and like rub their breast real quick, and that's it.
That's it.
And on Instagram, they'll get like 20,000 likes, done, paid. It's ridiculous.
Easy.
I'm going to start some shit. I don't know. I'm going to have to try something. Like, what can a dude do
Easy.
that looks sexual on the thing, but's not naked? And then it's like, well, will they pay for that too? It's a double standard.
No. We get no love, man.
We don't get no love,
We
man.
don't get no love.
Yeah. It's like some of them are just sitting there and like it's a shot from their crotch up. They're just like looking at the camera.
What?
You're like, that's all you got to do? Like nobody has to work anymore. Like, I don't understand this.
Shit crazy, Ty.
That's where the internet has gone, man.
Shit's crazy.
It's just that easy nowadays. Yeah. You can just like walk through and just adjust your pants. That's it. It's all you gotta do. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might be sounding a little jelly right now.
Thanks. Wow. Droppers.
Oh, I wish it was that easy for me. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, man.
I just started clicking on them again too. Sorry, by the way. I have to at this point. I'm like, if they're making money, I might as well. I'm just supporting.
Hey. Do you, Ty. Do you, Ty.
Yeah, you can't beat them. You got to join them, right?
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, shit. It's one of those days, man. Yeah. I had too many gummies. Let's get another one. Yeah, I only rolled up 3 J's, man. I should have rolled up another one.
Yeah. Late night edition, man.
Only got a few more minutes anyways.
Yeah.
Probably start wrapping this up for the most part.
But like I say, man, stick together. Stay close, man.
Keep it real.
For real. At all times.
All right. Oh. ppeintox.com. Who's got their gear? Get your merchandise, your free mixtapes. We got a new mixtape, Out the Mud mixtape, coming from the South, coming soon. Mixed by your boy. Congressman album is on the way too. The Congressman. We approved this message. Was back in 2009. They're coming back, folks. The Congressman. So be ready for that. That's coming soon too. July 4th. We came up with the date. So July 4th, the Congressman. Out the Mud mixtape. I don't know when that's coming yet. We haven't made a date on that. You heard it though, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. He heard some of the mixes. It sounded really good right now.
Nice.
And I did more to them from the other day. So they're even better now.
Okay.
Yeah. I added some more shit. Me and Ren went back, started adding some more shit in.
Got
We
you.
tightened some shit up some more. So yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good. So yeah, those mixtapes are coming. So ppmusic.com. All Up Breakfast.
Rocking.
Stay for breakfast. Stay for lunch.
You know it.
Stick around. Was that 5924 York Road?
Yes, sir.
There it is.
Bond droppers.
There it is. So yeah, we got those. We got that in there. Yeah, because we just started rocking.
Oh,
Which is
that.
good. What?
Gotta get the AwkwardIntel.
Oh yeah, AwkwardIntel.
Hey.
So
the merchandise.
yeah,
The shirts.
the shirts. ppmusic.com. You know where to go. Linktree. Check us out on it. You know what? Check us out on Instagram. AwkwardIntel. At AwkwardIntel. That's our Instagram too. I don't know if I have it in the description, but we don't ever say it.
Right.
Start saying it a little more. So yeah, at AwkwardIntel on Instagram. Check us out. Be doing some more posting on there, getting some more stuff on there. I mean, there's a lot of information that's on there that we probably don't even say on here. There's stuff we're throwing on there through our reels and through our stories and stuff. We're putting all kinds of extra information. Some of the information we are talking about is on there. So it's like you can see where we got the information from or how we're connecting it or whatever. But otherwise, there's stuff on there that y'all aren't seeing or hearing on here. So, do what you got to do. Check us out. What else you got? Promoting anything else? All our promotions good? There's stuff in the description.
Needs your carpets clean.
Yep.
You know it.
Carpet cleaning action. Yep, that's in the
Different
in the
strokes.
description.
Yeah.
That's definitely in the description. So yeah. That's in the Baltimore area, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Greater Baltimore.
Baltimore, DC.
Baltimore, DC. DMV.
Yeah.
DMV.
Well, no.
He's like, whoa.
The D and the M.
Baltimore, DC. All right, we got it. He's like, whoa.
It's like, nah.
Crossing too many lines.
Not travel, man. If the price right.
Right.
The
Definitely.
money right, I'll travel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hey, it is what it is. Right. Nowadays, right? That's why I said if you can sell it and people are buying it, you know what I mean? Buy me some gas, I'll make my way down there. Gas fees, you know what I mean?
That's it.
We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I think we did pretty good today, man. We had a good conversation. A lot of shit was going on. It was like our first 20 minutes, man, we went through like an hour worth of shit. And I was kind of like, damn, where the fuck is this about to go? Because I'm almost out of shit today. But I think that almost every time. And then somehow we make it to an hour and a half or whatever it is.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? We get there. But it's all through. That's why I like this. It's so, it's so fluid that we just bouncing ideas off the scenarios and think about another thought, forget about some shit, come back to it. It's all crazy. Who knows? But yeah, I don't know. So, ready to wrap this thing up?
That's it.
Let's do it. Awkward Intelligence, Intox,
and BDot, baby.
You know it.
Bomb droppers.
Thanks for stopping by.